Hi everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks, and today I'm going to be playing the most powerful tier 9 medium tank inside the game, live for YouTube without the benefit of cherry picking games. So without further ado, which one is it? Oh, what a surprise. It is the Kampfpanzer 50T with nearly 55% average win ratio, and also when we take a look at win ratio difference, stacking a massive 1.5% to your average win rate across the board, at least on the European server in the last 30 days. However, I must give an honorable mention to the most popular, by far, tier 9 medium tank. It is the Charfu Tier 4 that also is adding significantly to people's win rate, 0.52 across the board as well, irrelevant of how good of a player you are. So if after seeing this video today, you are frustrated that you didn't play Onslaught to be able to get the Kampfpanzer for free, or you can't be bothered to play Onslaught to be able to then fork over the whatever it is, like 15, 20,000 bonds to be able to get your hands on this vehicle, I totally understand. And don't worry, the Charfu Tier 4 is an incredible vehicle that everybody can be able to get from the Battle Pass with a relative amount of play, but not exactly like a huge, staggering amount of play inside the game. So, the Kampfpanzer, why is this thing so powerful? Well, it's definitely not the damage per minute. The damage per minute is kind of like low end for a tier 9 medium tank, 2,285. But what is strong about this vehicle is pretty much everything else. It's nimble at 60 kilometers an hour. It's got a good power to weight ratio of just 18. Big hit points, enough view range so it never has to think about using coated optics. A good gun with great accuracy, good penetration across the board. APCR is standard, so you've got good shell velocity there. Heat rounds as well on this vehicle that aren't too bad. They got like 310 millimeters of pen and great shell velocity. HE rounds, well, they've got great shell velocity and not the best of pen. But more importantly, this vehicle is really heavily armored. It's kind of like an E50 within that regard. It's got 120 millimeters at the front, only 40 at the side though, so watch out for when you're side scraping against mid to high caliber guns. But an incredible turret with 250 on the front. So really, what this tank is just an absolute can-do monster vehicle. As long as you can hide that lower plate on the front of the tank, you can just deal with whatever's in front of you. And it shouldn't really be surprising in a way that it's one of the most heavily armored medium tanks that's just being so dominant. Whenever there are vehicles with armor, even though people talk about gold rounds and this and that, the tanks with armor are the ones that have the best win rates. If you go and take a look at all of the tier 10 tank destroyers in the game, it's the vehicles like the 268 version 4, the Minotaur, and now the recently buffed 113 that are all stacking it up on the win rate there, and even the Jagdpanzer 100. Armor is still king in World of Tanks, even if gold rounds are going to be going through your armor occasionally or all the time. So I'm a little bit worried about pushing around here if that T-54 lightweight's going to bully my chart, especially if he starts to crest over this ridge. You've really got to be careful about going the east on this of the lighthouse on the cliff map. Because if those light tanks or the medium tanks have managed to get up on the hill, go after you, you are not going to be happy. But I mean, how can I not want to just sit here and just start absolutely pounding on these medium tanks in the side? Hopefully this Pershing who's just taken hit will start to fall back, or I'm going to have to start to blind fire the standard B. Don't quite want to get spotted in this position. I just want to wait for more on the standard B, but now I'm spotted. But look at the shell velocity. Wonderful. So a bit of a misplay there by me to take a hit from the TS-60, but I can change my position a little bit. I'm going to keep going after the standard B in that position. He won't be able to get me there, I don't think, unless he overextends out. There's one artillery that I have to worry about. Kind of thinking that maybe I can bait this standard B into poking. There's the arty. Yeah, great. So, but it's a good shot. I'm the tank that's pushing forwards in the open. I'm just the kind of tank that artillery should be focusing. The overpowered, heavily armored German tank that's kind of caught themselves out in the open trying to flank their friends, right? Perfect tank for them to be able to deal with. Okay, so in this situation, considering that I have the focus of the artillery and a possible T-54 lightweight that's going to start to harass me from above, I'm honestly thinking about just dropping back here. With the TS-60 as well, that just got the cleanest of clean shots into the side of my turret. I think what I'll do instead is I'll just double back and maybe just try and attack through the center. Or even I could try and claim the hill and get rid of that T-54 lightweight. Although somehow that T-54 lightweight must have tried to push the char, and then I heard the gun going off there on the French light tank. They fought back, to say the least, and that T-54 lightweight, they're not very healthy anymore. So you've got to be careful in these kind of matchups, because even though we're ahead on tanks and we're ahead on hit points, when you have a big old glut of tanks that just be sitting in like a no man's land, don't get ahead of yourself. Don't push too far on and end up getting caught by a fire you know, or a TS-60 just shoots you multiple times, that thing's got great damage per minute. If you've got vehicles that are hanging back, yeah, dying early definitely isn't going to help. So if you're trying to sneak your way up here, definitely hang right here and wiggle a little bit, and then you'll be able to make your way up, and that will allow you to get up more or less unseen. You can do the same as you're going up here. I don't really need to, though, because it's just a standard B that I have to deal with. So actually, I'm going to drop down, flank, see if I can get some side shots into the standard B, finish them off, and then try and spot maybe the tanks at the end of the game. I feel like I've been talking more than I've actually been playing so far. The TS-60 getting a good shot in there, though. And I think it's got to the stage where I might actually not be able to get much out of the end of this game, as there's only 7,000 hit points left. Although nearly 2,000 of them will be on the TDs at the back. Luckily, the artillery missed me. 122 TM, or 1222, I should say. Sorry, the ISU 1222 caught out there. Looks like we're getting some nice vision. I'm going to keep shooting the lightly armored TD here. Nice, easy shots. Try not to get spotted by this Jagdtiger and then nailed, but this is going to be juicy right now. Hopefully I can hide this thing's lower plate. And right now, he's never penning me. And I could load gold in this situation, just go straight through his structure. But I'm going to do that. ELC going after me now. No thank you, little ELC. I want to keep spotting here. I want to try and get the vision on the TS-60, otherwise I'm going to have a bad game here. But it's quite risky to just poke out. He's definitely sitting still there. I hit him. Nice, maybe that'll make him panic. Probably spot me, but maybe they'll panic and start to do something, even if they fire at me. I didn't hit them the second time there. Should I go down and go after them, or just try and keep shooting this TS-60? I'm greedy. Actually, I think that one's splashed. All right, I'm going to go down and go after them. Hopefully, my Germanic hull is going to save me here. Good. And there's the TS-60 pushing forward, so it doesn't look like I actually managed to damage them. I'm getting a little bit of spotting here, but I'm having to share it with the Char. Oh, this is not a good game for this tank. If you're not averaging 4K combined in this vehicle, then you aren't at least performing as well as I would hope in this tank. Oh, nice fire there. Free one. All right, let's go say hi to the arty. I think that'll be the best bet now. Although I think everyone wants to say hi to the arty at the end of the game. The SU looks like they might be drowning themselves. Let's go forwards. So, a good start for the Kampfpanzer. I'm happy to take the victory down, but I can't help but feel that I should have been a little bit more aggressive in this scenario. I think he must be in this one. He must be here. There he is. Good. Didn't actually manage to penetrate them there with that shot. Oh well, I didn't even get any spotting as well. Disaster! But at least it's a win. The Kampfpanzer begins with just a perfectly innocent game. Considering the matchup here, I definitely wish I'd done a little bit more. 3,500 combined is not a great game of World of Tanks. I wish I'd hit some blind shots on the TS-60, but doesn't look like we actually managed to damage him, as he did appear on full health. I didn't even manage to track the TS-60. Yeah, a bad game all in all for me. About 3,600 combined. Wish I'd had a little bit more. One thing I've got to keep reminding myself to do now is to claim these clan missions to be able to give M4 his industrial resource, and also to give myself some of the progress towards getting the Kampfpanzer. All right, let's go for round 2. But all in all, yeah, you just got to see why this vehicle's so strong. It's just got armor, it's got mobility, and it's got a gun. It's the all-purpose tank. Now let me clarify, however, when I say that this thing has armor, it does fall off in some regards. The side scraping on this tank is bad against everything that has a 121mm caliber gun. So be careful. The 40mm of side armor on this vehicle will get overmatched by 121mm caliber guns. Another thing to mention about this tank is this flap along here that you see on the side armor all the way along. It's angled, which actually makes it really good until you realize it's only 40mm thick, which means that heat will easily be able to go through it up to 85 degrees. And also it means that all armor-piercing shells of 121 will overmatch it just like they can this side of this tank. So be careful, be careful. I guess one of the only downsides of this vehicle probably is the gun handling, which is why you see me using the Vert Stabs build here. Although some people might decide that they want to use an experimental turbo on this vehicle, or even some mad lads might want to... sorry, thank you. Some mad lads might want to use a durability device. Bad driving there by me. I didn't see the E100. I could have easily gone left and allowed him to get into position without slowing him down. But shout out to you. Mangal City. Sorry that I slowed you down at the start of the battle. I really hate it when people slow me down when I need to get to places, especially when I'm trying to contest the more important locations. Luckily on this map, there's no really super early important locations that we have to go to. Okay, so with this tank, I've got 8 degrees of gun depression, so I can work some ridges. I've also got to be a little bit careful, though, because sometimes the tank destroyers like to go out there. But this game... Oh, what is this T-125 doing? Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Oh, please reverse. Please reverse. Please reverse. Got to watch my side turret from like a Gorilla or a Gonkovica here. This position's lovely for just getting crossfire on the heavies. While also still locking down a flank. You don't allow your opponents to be able to get on towards the north location here. Oh, it's just such easy money. If only this vehicle had more than 320 alpha damage, it would literally be the most bonkers OP tank. But then again, it's already the best tier 9 medium. So it's kind of like, it would be a tier 10 medium in that regard if it had better alpha, right? Probably. You going to expose yourself too much? Ah, I should have fired heat there. He overturned. That was a misplay by me. Got to get those heat rounds in. Look at free to play, baby. I don't think I fired a single gold round in the last game. Oof. Spicy. But when you got 268mm of standard pen, do you really need to? When I think about it, this vehicle is outrageous. It's like an E50 that gets gold rounds as standard and has access to heat. No wonder this thing's so good. I mean, I'd say the E50 probably has the better armor than this. I think this one probably has like a comparable turret, if not a slightly better turret than the E50. But yeah, when I think about it, this thing is absolutely bonkers OP. This is a really aggressive play, what I'm doing now. I think this is too aggressive. I think I'm going to get hit by all their TDs. But you know what? I'm here to try and make some magic happen for YouTube. That didn't happen. I'm here to try and make some magic happen for YouTube as the ridgeline just absorbs my shell. Oh, there we go. Right through the top. Looks like he's using the single shotgun. Yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you, my dude. I'll help you, my dude. Hopefully I can end up hold down here against the Teenage VZ. But again, he can overmatch the whole of the side of my tanks. There's no point in turning sideways because all he's going to do is be able to track me as well. And this is just where this DPM of this tank comes into play, right? Hopefully we can just keep going. Although he's using the single shotgun, so he'll reload before me. I could try and just expose my turret here, but again, if I side scrape, he's going to get me. So I think what I'll do instead is I'll turn, let the Jaeger through, maybe try and work this corner instead. 277's pushing. This game's actually pretty close, actually. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Again, I can't really side scrape in this tank. They'll just shoot me in the side, unless they're stupid. Now, he can just go right through. I'm not even sure if that was my lower plate, but 600 alpha, that makes me wince, to say the least. Oh, this is just turning into a disaster now, as the E5 might finish me off, actually. Is he going to try it? Is he going to try it? Okay, I got him, but I'm dead anyway. Oh, whoa! Yeah, boy. Nice evasive maneuver. Sometimes you just gotta, like, wiggle yourself into stupid, right? Hey, and he gets shut down by the 100. Ramper, I'll say thank you to him. He saved me there. That was nice of him. Oh, good stuff. I get to go on. Thank goodness. So yeah, pretty much exactly what I thought was going to happen with this vehicle, you know? E75 has a 128mm caliber gun, so he can basically overmatch my... Okay, you want me to withdraw, do you? You want me to withdraw? See, I don't feel like withdrawing, to be honest, Kampfpanzer. Which way do you want to go then, my dude? If you want me to withdraw, I want to get some shots in, bro. Oh, nearly got the shot on the Jaeger. Oh, sorry, the Gorilla up there. That's a weird shot. And the ridgeline absorbs it. Really wish I could finish off this STB-1 because then I can go after all of the others. What's this Kampfpanzer? It's Kampfpanzer versus Kampfpanzer right now. Is the Kampfpanzer going to try and come around the corner and Kampf me? No, it's going to Kampf me. Oh, come on, STB-1. You're literally the gatekeeper of just slowing this game down. Otherwise, I could just farm... Oh, what's this? I'm too slow. Okay, good shot. Do I get spotted? Does the STB-1 push me? No. Such a nice gun, isn't it? It really is. Such a lovely gun. Is he going to leave behind the building? What's the Kampfpanzer planning? STB-1's dead, so it's just these guys now, really. Leopard's going to push around the corner. He should see me here. What an absolute tank this is. What an absolute tank. Say hello to my riddle friend. Yeah, I don't want to get... You don't want to sit in front of a Panzer E100, that's for sure. I guess I'll just rush the Kampfpanzer and he'll probably kill me. But I'm greedy. I want to get some more out of this game. Oh, I'm almost certainly going to die to the Kampfpanzer now. Very surprised if this guy doesn't get me. Come on, Kampfpanzer, finish me off, lad. Finish me off. Don't leave me here. Don't leave me here. I know you're behind that building. I know you're behind that building. Why won't you finish me? Don't leave me here. Waiting for the end. Maybe I won't get the end. Okay, I think I'll swing out so I don't get proxy spotted, and then maybe I can get one more cheeky shot in. Woo! 13-105 puts one shot, and I should be able to finish him off. And... No! He reloaded in time! Nice shot. Denial. I should have fired a little bit. I didn't realize his rate of fire would be that good. Alright, that is 4,900 combined. That's a good game for this tank. I'll take that. And a couple of kills. And funnily enough, the worst of the two matchups that we've had so far today. What am I going to say? In the first one, I guess in the first one, I just, I was trying to talk too much about the tank, mate, innit? Trying to talk too much about the tank. Anyway, 1,249 would be enough to ace quite a lot of tier 9s. In this one, it's not even a first class. Meaning that 20% of players who have played this tank in the last week have had better games than that. Wow, For a lot of people, that would be an impressive game in a tier 10, let alone in a tier 9. Alright, let's continue to get stuck in. The Kampfpanzer is ripping and tearing through the enemy team, and I'm not one to get in the way of overpowered German mediums. Okay, so a nice matchup here. Some tier 8s, some tier 10s. So in this kind of a scenario, I would quite often go into the valley if I had better gun depression than 8, but I don't. If I had like 9 or 10 degrees, I'd probably go valley. If there wasn't a super conqueror on the enemy team, I'd probably go valley. But the Centurion 7-1 and the super conqueror will just stop me in the valley so hard. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to make my way into the town. I think we're going to go into the town, collect our morning paper, and finish it off. Whoa, somebody's got 754 tanks over there. What a sweaty guy, says the guy with like 790 tanks. That's pretty sweaty though. That person might have the most tanks I've seen so far in any of my games. What do you all think about the new dog tags? Is it cringe? Is it cringe to be cringe? Possibly. I don't know. It's quite fun as a whale, I guess. I'm still not past the whole I'm a whale point, and it's quite nice to like hear the whale noises that all the different whales make to their fellows at the beginning of the game. Possibly. I think the dog tag noise, somebody should mod it so it doesn't make the ching that it's currently making. It just makes like a, like a whale noise. That's what whales sound like, at least in my head. I think that'd be brilliant. And then progressively, as you have more and more tanks, it scales up to like the most loud whale noise possible. Yeah, that's a good idea for a mod. Or I don't know, like just like a cash register. To be fair, it is pretty near a cash register already. All right, so this guy's spooted me. He's trying to blind fire, or maybe he's just firing at my friends. Well, I'm gonna fire at your hull. I didn't get spotted. That's nice. That's a 283. I want to get forwards, but I just don't want to get tagged by like the Skoda T56 and all of those vehicles. No, I'm gonna hang back for a second. I think I always push on this map, and it quite often just doesn't go the way that I intended it to. So I think I'm gonna take my time, especially as I'm playing live for YouTube, right? Otherwise I have to just sit here and wait for the tank to come out. Or just sit there and watch my allies as they proceed to disappoint me time and time and time again. Wow, can I really not get spotted here? I've got the reload on this guy. There's the Skoda. Glad I dodged him. Finished him off. Holy moly, that's a lot of shots coming in. Luckily, this thing's armor held up. Alright, well, unfortunately for me, it doesn't look like my team are quite trying to help me out right now. I can shoot in between his tracks and pen him there, but I couldn't quite find the angle. See, here's the problem with this vehicle. I can't really side scrape against these big gunned tanks, right? Can't really side scrape against the 252U. Anything that has more than 120 millimeters. Will I get spotted as I crest this position? Gotta be careful. Looks like the Batchat was just chilling back there. Comes the 252U. Oh, he just shoots me and kills my driver. Oh man, I'm dead, I think. I think I'm dead. No, the Skoda's fired one more time. He's reloaded. He's ammo racked, I should say, sorry. Oh, he's getting farmed. 252U has fired, so I'm going to advance. Get this guy on the side of the turret. This dead driver's awkward. I can't fire heat through there, and he can overmatch me. So that wall is a tremendous advantage for him. And I'm on fire from a bat-chat shot in the side. I've never really thought about that angle. I'm not going to lie. I've never really thought about that angle. I think their bat-chat was like chilling all the way. I guess he'd be kind of like up this area, just slightly over. I think their bat chat was like there. That's such a bizarre position to have a bat chat, but he had a really good angle, so well played to him. Bat chat 25T managed to actually shoot me twice in that battle, setting me on fire and finishing me off. So a disastrous result for this tank, only like 2,300 combined. It's really not what we're trying to gun for with the Kampfpanzer. And what this hopefully shows you is that it's not all OP for this tank. You really have to consider the side armor on this tank and hopefully try and find the tank more hiding its lower plate or never exposing its side armor and sitting in a hold down position using up to its 8 degrees of gun depression, or face hugging and hoping they don't shoot down on your hull and shoot your turret instead. But as soon as you end up against these really annoying kind of tanks with their 122mm caliber guns or the 130 with the Skoda T56, you just can't really do anything because of the overmatch opportunity that they will have all the way down the side of your vehicle, and also with the turret ring on this tank. So yeah, that's the only frustrating thing about this vehicle. Okay, so that game certainly didn't work out for us. Let's give it one more go. I have to admit, I just took 2 hours off. I had to go give Thor a bit of a walk. If any of you don't know, Thor is my dog, golden retriever. He's 17 months old now. Time is just whizzing by, and it was his time. It was his time to go play with all of his friends. Something like just so lovely and wholesome, and definitely would recommend if you get your butt whooped in World of Tanks. It's one of the best ways that you can go and reset your mental. Not saying that you should just get a dog to try and deal with the strains of World of Tanks. But it'd probably be a good start, right? Oh, man. Alright, so I'm back in the Kampfpanzer. So far, 2 good games. Pretty good games. And 1 stinky game. So let's find out what this one's going to be. Okay, so in this situation, there's no arty. There's so many opportunities for me on this map. I could try and like go down towards the south and go hold down there, or I could try to just rush and go through the center of the map. This vehicle will do well in both scenarios. You can see that our power to weight ratio is allowing us to plod along at 55, and that is fast for a heavily armored vehicle like this. Got to be a little bit careful here with the UDES. The Cobra will do some nasty things to me. But it actually looks like the enemy team haven't made it into position yet. Now, instead of going up there, I think what I'll do is I'll just sit here and prepare, hopefully, for an ambush shot. One of the slower tanks if they try to plow around the corner. Maybe the Super Conqueror will overexpose. I'd rather go for the 703-2 in this situation. Although, in retrospect, I probably should have gone for the Super Conqueror there, as it's the tier 10. But, I don't know, man. The 703-2, I just thought that would be the last chance I get to shoot it. And also, if it does go over there and go hold down against me, that's going to be an absolute nightmare to get rid of. Okay, so thinly armored armor that's well angled. Heat AP will bounce, heat will not. Remember that your heat rounds will go up to 85 degrees of angled armor. So in that kind of a scenario, heat will be tremendously tremendously more advantageous than the armor piercing rounds. Unless you're using a large caliber gun. If you're using a large caliber gun, of course you could overmatch there with the APs. Alright, so Forest Spirit caught out in their base. Super Conqueror wanting to come across. Do you know what's also really crazy about this tank? Is it actually gets 12.65% camo on the move. So it also has good camo. It's got good armor, it's fast, it's got a good gun, and it's also got good camo. So you can also be sneaky getting into position, unlike the E50, which gets much worse camo rating than this vehicle does. Although I say that, are there any light tanks on the enemy team? There are none. So, what will my second build be on this vehicle? I haven't actually had to use it yet. My second build on this tank will probably be a spotting build. Ooh, talk about spotting. This guy doesn't look very well. Where's that G-Saw? He's in their base. If I fire, will I get spotted here? I will not. And the CS is down. I'll try and look for this G-Saw who seems to be looking up at us. Oh, it's a good gun, this. Good gun, this. It's only the alpha damage that really holds it back. But it's a sacrifice I'd be willing to make with that damage per minute and the alpha to be able to just gain that combat capacity and the mobility. Camo everything. Everything! Alright, this game isn't looking so good. I can't really pile down and try to dig out what looks like a 50 TP behind a rock with a Super Conqueror. I can't drive through here, otherwise the TDs will get me. So I've got to decide about what my plan is. Is it to drop back and try and deal with the UDES and the Cobra advancing down that flank? You know what? I think it is. I think it is. I'm going to go over to here. Hopefully as quick as... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, the enemy team are just pushing like absolute mad lads. A mad lad push. Okay, that changes how I feel like I'm going to get through this situation. If I'm even going to get through this situation. I don't think I can really just go to where I was planning. I was thinking about going into that dip. This guy won't see me. He's 450 meters away from me. He needs to be 444 to be able to see me there. Hopefully that allows me to finish him off. Big moment. He's down. Good. You know what? Actually, it looks like I might be able to go into that dip, and then I can get the Spatuk and the Nomad to be safe. I'll talk about be safe. What's this Borsig doing? He's not very safe. Oh, no. Disaster strikes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, did I get spotted there? Oh, no. Such a greedy, greedy, greedy play, and I'm dead. Such a greedy, 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 greedy play. Maybe I can just hide in these bushes, actually? Okay, okay, okay. We goofed. We goofed badly. We got caught with vision. T-44 saw us. Didn't expect that. The Borsig is just chilling out in the open. Hopefully the Borask deals with him. I think if I just chill here for a little bit longer... Actually, I should be able to get that shot in. Okay, 400 damage. Hopefully I don't get spotted again. Okay, I need to drop back, but that was horrendous. I just got greedy. I was just like a moth to the flame there. I was thinking far too much about trying to keep my tank destroyers safe and alive, that I didn't think about keeping myself safe and alive. And you got to keep yourself safe and alive. Talk about safe and alive. Hopefully I will be against this UDES here. Nice, I'm safe-ish. If I reverse away from that Forest Spirit, it's going to be hard for them to get me unless they lurch forwards. So I'm inside their render distance. Okay, okay, okay. So the T-44 is clearly going to destroy the Carnarvon. I'm going to have a lot of tanks making their way up towards me. But you know what I haven't really done in this video? Had a proper opportunity to just use my 8 degrees of gun depression and go hull down against my opponents. If I go here and they get the G-Saw forwards, I'll get taken out. But if I go make my way up there towards where the Nomad is, I should be okay. So I think that's what my plan is going to be. Then again, the Borask is in a position where he would be able to spot the Forest Spirit and the G-Saw if they were to come after me. Alright, so... game's been okay. Wish I hadn't lost those 1,200 hit points. Definitely might come back to haunt me in this game, that I lost them. But oh well. The T-25 pilot's doing a good job in spotting in the center. Yeah, I just think I've played too slowly here. I took far too long to drive from there to here. While I did get some shots across, it just took me too long to be able to get into this. Nevertheless, maybe, just maybe, this is my moment. I really hope my team can deal with this guy. Is that Cobra trying to shoot at me? He is. Oh, that BZ just kicked my bottom. UDES is going to try and get me as well. I don't want to get hit by the Cobra. Don't want to get hit by the T-10. Don't want to get hit by everyone right now. And the T-10 heat through the front of the turret. Well played. Good marksmanship. Good round. Had to try and reset the cap circle. GG. So yeah, made just some real bad misplays here in this round. Should never have taken so long to go across. And then when I did, I should have never have gone towards that area. When I got lit up, I was in the mother of all crossfires. I should have just doubled out. I should have gone south. And I probably could have held this one if I'd had the extra 1,000 hit points to deal with the T-10. Yeah, just a misplay by me. I just really wanted to stop my tank destroyers from getting spotted. And I thought, well, if I can light up my opponents, then I can help out my allies a little bit more. But in retrospect, you're not much use to them if you lose all of your hit points. So relevant of me being #1 on damage on my team and being kind of like 5th on experience, I'm not happy all in all with the way that I played that. I should have slinkied across earlier in the battle to be able to defend out. Okay, so bit of a misjudgment there. Me overthinking the mobility of this vehicle. Let's give it one more go as we load in on the Tundra map. So this is a really interesting map because I love to contest the hill. But this vehicle is fast, but it's not ludicrously fast. But I got a really good spawn for going up on the hill, so maybe I can manage to make that work. Do you know one really interesting thing in all of these games that I've played today so far, and this is what, the 5th game that I've played today? I haven't really had an opportunity to sit hold down until that T-10 fires 340 heat into my turret. This vehicle's turret armor does really, really well against everything that isn't firing like tier 10 heat rounds, or like tier 10 gold rounds, I should say. So I won't bounce the char, the standard B. But I'll have a good chance against most other heat rounds, or gold rounds, I should say, inside this matchup. All right, so let's go for the hill. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can have a big old round for the Kampfpanzer 50T here. So far, up and down for this tank. I should have really been a little bit more dominant today, but you've got to work with what you have. You notice we've still been doing like consistently like 3,500 even in our losses, or our games that didn't go too well. Oh wow, Boraska's gone up on the hill. Could go into the window. Is this guy going to go up? Oh, I might have to tank one here from the char. That's okay. It's okay to go and harass a Borask up here. Is he just going to chill behind the wall? What's the char going to do on the side? I'm going to bully this guy, I think. Is he going to leave? He might not be leaving all the way. Is he just going to try and perch? He's going to just try and perch. Okay, I got him off now. That's brilliant. What they can do if they just sit on that edge is they can actually come back up. And the last thing that you want to do is for them to come back up and to haunt you. Okay, talk about haunt you. It looks like this charioteer is haunting my team. Nice shots. Oh, he's not so well anymore. I don't think he managed to see me there. Right, I'm going to go back up on the hill. I wonder if that Borask is going to try and proxy spot me. Sometimes people sit underneath this lip, a bit like on mines, for example, and just try to spot all of the people trying to get opportunistic shots, and they don't really think about the 50-meter proxy spotting from the Borask. It looks like that's exactly what he's doing. But if I slinky over here, I'm not trying to get behind the standard B. What I'm trying to do is just not get proxy spotted by the Borask. And I'm hoping that if I don't get proxy spotted by the Borask, that I'll still be able to play up here. But yeah, that Borask is sneaky, isn't he? He really wants to try and do his proxy spotting work. So, well played to him. I can only respect the way the Borask is playing, because he's stopping us from just lighting up all of the tanks down below. That's what you want to do from the hill, right? Am I going to miss the opportunity on this char again? Well played to this Borask. He's basically ruining my game, so well done to glory to Ukraine. 19. Good. Good. Good, good. Can't really argue with that. But I'm still not going to go easy on you, bro. Can we get this Borsig here? No, he's behind the rock. Can we get the T-95 there? No. Man, I'm just not really connecting with the battle so far. Just looking for easy opportunities. Talk about easy opportunities. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. That's one standard B down. You know what? Maybe I can just relax. Relax. Let the game develop. Is that Char doing what I think he's doing again? He is! This Char Future 4 is so darn cheeky. Well, I've got the medicine for cheeky French people. There we go. That was very cheeky Char. Okay, a Gonkovica with a durability device is up in the corner of the map. Borask is going over the bridge. I'm going to try and call in some shots on the Borask over the bridge. Got T-95 in the center. Oh, I thought I'd catch him. What did I hit there? Just the rock? Rip. T-95 in the middle. Oh, wow, look, he's actually behind a little bit of rubble there. A little bit of train. Oh, don't want to sit in front of a T-95 for long, do you? It's not going to be very good for you in the long run, or even in the short run. It's just not going to be very good for you. Okay, let's get this guy out of the way and see if we can find this Borask. Maybe we can find the T-95. Okay, beautiful. Nice opportunity. If he gets into the cap and he's on the other side of the rock, he's going to be difficult to deal with. Very difficult to deal with. But he's actually on this side of the rock, so I should be okay here still. Looking for his weak point. Lovely. Lovely. Close game, this. Hopefully we can get him one more time. Lovely. There's the pressure off. T-54 at the back. This game's neck and neck right now. Thank God I've looked after my hit points. Maybe I'll actually have something to play with this game, unlike last game. The Borask is falling back. The Borask is going down. The Borsig down below us, aiming up at me. It's a sneaky little Borsig, isn't it? Bit too sneaky, Mr. Borsig. Bit too sneaky. For your own good. Cheeky 400 HE shell. Every little helps in this round. Now he's put down to a one-shot, so the Skoda might be able to go after him. I wonder if this Borask is still trying to proxy spot us. The whole game, this Borask has just been trying to proxy spot us. Looks like he's finally left. Maybe I can get this Gonkovica then. Wow, nice kill by the Borask. I can only respect that. Let's repair that. Repair that quickly. Yeah, he's down. Let's go for the heat again for this Gonkovica. Hello, Gonkovica. Goodbye, Gonkalita. Alright. Looks like I can play a little bit more aggressively with our hit points. Alright, after that previous mistake that I made, I really wanted to just rock up and play ultra tight in this game. I wanted to make sure I had the hit points to carry the game and to make up for any like heat rounds that were fired at my turret, for example, like against that T10. So I probably played a little bit too defensively, all things considered. I probably played a little too defensively, all things considered. But I got 4 kills. From a marks perspective, this is a bad game. 3,000 combined is very bad for this tank. I need to be doing more than that from a marks perspective. But from a I win perspective, it's okay to get 5 kills and to destroy a third of the enemy team. Man, today, never really any big games. Just such a consistent 3,500. Look, that's not bad for a tier 9 tank. But I have to admit, when I'm playing something truly special like this, I'm greedy. I want those big boy games. I want those big boy games. So, ladies and gents, boys and girls, that was 5 rounds in the Kampfpanzer 50T. I was pretty much on top for the most part of it, at least with regards to damage. And that results in an 80% win ratio and like 3,500 combined, as well as averaging 2.2 kills per game. Not an exceptional session for the Kampfpanzer, but look, when I feel like I need more than 80% wins, 2.2 kills and 3,500 combined in a tier 9, you know I'm playing with an absolute banger. This vehicle is outrageously good. I would thoroughly recommend getting your hands on this one if you manage to be bothered with Onslaught. And I think the only real downside of a vehicle like this is it's just not premium. So more and more of you, and me especially, would rather play something like a T54D, which is the same tier, same rough kind of play style, but also makes credits and bonds at the same time. Anyway, ladies and gents, boys and girls, that was playing the best tier 9 medium tank in the game live. Really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. And let me know in the comments down below what you think about the Kampfpanzer 50T. Do you have one after watching this video? Do you want one? And as always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.